let's talk this through by talking to the partner, commercial and energy law practice, Israel Aye. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News this hour. Well, Nigerians have actually been hearing about the removal of subsidy, and some have been gearing up, preparing themselves ahead of these challenges. But then, hearing the federal government making a U-turn from what they initially planned, what has been your reading regarding this?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that it is much of a surprise, especially if you think about the fact that we have been grappling with the debacle, which is subsidy removal over many years, and the way it is woven into our socioeconomic, the fabric of our socioeconomic lives. I didn't think that it was either possible for an outgoing government to withdraw subsidy, or indeed that it was conscionable to transmit that sort of gift to a new government that needs the time to be able to strategize and plan for to deal with that particular eventuality.
Well, the administration of President Muhammad Buhari must have spent about 10 million naira, for the period of 2015 to up until now. What do you consider the implication of not, taking a decision to remove this subsidy? Do you think it's actually the right way to go because of the burden this might, impose on Nigerians?
It's a catch-22 situation. I mean, the economics of it hasn't made sense for over, forever, really. Particularly, it has.
Mr. Israel, I think we lost your audio.
When oil prices are high, as they tend to be right now, for an almost entirely import-dependent economy with respect to our petroleum products, we're paying as much, if not higher, for petroleum products as the revenues we're earning. So they almost kneel themselves down. And so that doesn't make sense at all. And it hasn't made sense in a long time. It doesn't get better if the prices were low, because when prices are low, then you probably can't even afford to obtain the foreign exchange you need in order to be able to bring in petroleum products. So you end up with a crisis in every price regime. So in terms of the economic analysis, which is abundant, and about everybody that is involved with this industry knows what they are, it hasn't made sense. But unfortunately, it is not only the economic analysis that we would look at, but there is also the social and political dimension. And you have to look at the political economy. The political economy in arriving at this decision. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll end up with, social unrest and chaos.
Right, Mr. Aye, just a quick correction of what I said earlier on. It's just 10 trillion naira, I should say.
So, exactly. I thought I heard million, and I was
that was a slip. That was a slip. But then, some people are of the opinion that, if any administration wants to remove fuel subsidy, it should be done at the beginning of the administration. That if this outgoing administration wanted to do so, they would have done it from the beginning of President Muhammad Buhari's administration, the chance they had in 2015 and that of 2019. What would you consider? What would you say regarding the next administration? Do you think it will be a bold step if they should take this decision? Because they said they need this money to do other things that are very important to the lives of Nigerians.
Well, yes, like I mentioned before, the socio-economic or political economy is going to be critical to how we implement this. Benefit of hindsight, we're told always is 2020, but maybe not just hindsight, to be honest with you. There is the thought or the school of thought that believes that the outgoing administration came in with surplus political goodwill, and if there was any entity that was able to do it maybe in one fell swoop, That was probably that entity, especially in the early days when it came into power. Plus, as well, it has been gifted several opportunities to be able to pull this off. You remember that we went through a period of very low activities in the oil industry during the COVID era. That again was a window of opportunity that again we were not prepared to be able to take advantage of.
Right, we'll continue to.
But that said,
right.
I think we need to come to terms with the fact that the removal of petroleum subsidy is probably going to be more of a journey than an event. And that's one of the points we've made over time, that, we need to understand that certain things need a transitional phase to arrive at, and unless we think about it that when we put that sort of structure in place, then we may never arrive at the place where we pull out the subsidy we need and redirect the revenues to critical interventions in our economy.
Well, we'll continue to monitor what the current administration will do, what they would lay on the floor for the incoming administration, what decision they will deem appropriate to take. Partner, commercial and energy law practice, Israel, I thank you so much for your keenness of insight at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.